All right, quick update here on the 94 Black Label Telecaster. So we're just taking a quick break on it. Dad did get 3 of the micro tilts, so we have them for a couple other projects. So I was over at his house twice and forgot to pick those up. So we're gonna move on to something else today, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I did get the pick guard drilled, but the screws they sent are way too long. So I'm gonna have to trim those down, and I can't use the original screws that are machined because the holes they punch through that pickup are more like a coarse thread. So I'm stuck using those screws, but I do have to trim them down because it will not allow that to sit down in there flat. So I do have to trim those. And once we get that micro tilt in there, or at least the hole drilled, we'll get the electronics and pickup and everything soldered and wired up in here. But we're getting real close. Here's the bridge pickup. I do got to get the bridge polished up and whatnot, but we're getting real close on that. We are going to just take a short break on that. So why are we taking a break? Well, let's see here. So this is why we're taking a break. Not only do we not have the micro tilt, we still got to bring the drill press to the shop too. That's over at Pop's house. But while we're taking a break on the Telecaster, we're going to go ahead and finish this Rumble 25. So I'd already stripped it down. The story behind this is I bought this for Pops a while ago because he got a neck through Schecter bass from the pawn shop, and he also has that 1960s bass that he got when he was a kid. So we bought him a brand spanking new Rumble 25, and we came home with it, and he didn't even get to play this one. And we stripped it down, and then since then he's purchased another one used. So in hindsight, if we would have waited, we could have done this to the used one. But nonetheless, we committed to it. We stripped it down. So today we got to pick out the colors and talk about the 6 Ps. 6 Ps are prior planning prevents piss poor performance. So if you guys are married and you know you got a prior plan to do some guitar stuff, some wives are real cool about it. Mine's pretty cool about it, but still got to do some prior planning. A little sneaking around, like my remodel did that when she's out of town. But anyways, one of the steps you're going to need here for doing an amplifier recovering is your wife's ironing board. So you'll have to steal that from her when she's not looking. And then obviously you're gonna need her iron. So we're not gonna need those right this minute. So I'm gonna set that back over here and stick this back over here as well. But that's just part of the things you need. So the next thing you're gonna need is material, which we're gonna pick out here soon. You're gonna need a piece of cardboard for gluing on. You need yourself some Bisqueen or more cardboard. And the reason for that is when you glue on this, you're going to want to remove it to do work, and you're not going to want to work on a gluey surface. So if you don't want to cover things with Bisqueen, like I'm going to cover this whole table with Bisqueen, and I'll drape some over those guitars as well, just for overspray from glue. But if you just wanted to put a bigger piece of cardboard down and then have one to glue on, that's fine as well. But like I said, we already got it tore apart. So there's a speaker, all the hardware and everything, the amplifier itself, and the speaker grill. Also got the glue. Now in this application, we're going to be using this 3M high strength glue right here. Now you can get this at Lowe's, Home Depot, other places like that. The stuff I used to use is like $20 some a can, and I got it from Miami Rubber. I found this stuff to work just as good. Now there's different glues for different materials, and we'll get into that on the next project. These materials here are going to require a very light glue like this, and you'll understand once we get into it, and you'll see how the glue can penetrate through the material very fast. So on using this kind of glue, it's a little more involved because you have to be, how do I say it? You have to take more steps on the glue and be more diligent on getting the glue on there and thick enough but yet not going through the material. So it's kind of a lot of light tacky sprays. You'll see here where on the other glue I can put it in a big like paint gun and literally spray it with air compressor, but that's on thicker material where it's not going to absorb through. But anyways, you got your glue, you got your material, you got yourself a good pair of scissors. Also, when you're cutting cloth, most of the time you're going to be using scissors that are zigzagged, and the reason that they're done like that is because when you cut a straight line on most material, it starts to fray and come apart. So the zigzag shears are nice for cutting cloth, but we're not using those for the purpose of when you cut that and then you fold this over, it's going to telegraph through the material, so you'll see that zigzag pattern. Again, you'll understand here once we get going on it. So I'm going to go ahead and move some of these parts out of the way because I want to lay out the materials so you guys can help me pick them out. There's only going to be one actually, but let's just get this stuff out of the way. This is a tucking tool, by the way, so this will work real good for when you're getting the material down in the corners. And I also see the 6Ps. The compressor and the stapler is upstairs, but today we're picking out materials. But I just wanted to kind of show you some of the things you're going to need to get this project going. I'm going to go ahead and grab this, what you call it, the grill cloth here, because what's on it right now is this silver and black. That's what came on it from the factory. So I was kind of looking at some materials that match the silver and black real good without having to change the grill cloth, and this one seems to work pretty good. All these like handkerchief paisleys work pretty good with this silver and black. So if I didn't change the grill cloth, any of these ones right here would work. We were going to go with this. So if you guys seen the Columbus Guitar Show or watch any of the other Lay's Loft videos I did, their amplifiers, this is what I covered one of them in, and I did the grill cloth in black and it looked amazing. It just doesn't do nothing for me with the black and silver. It's just too bright and loud, so I really don't want to use this, but it is one of the options if I don't change the grill cloth on any amp, because I don't have any black right now. I actually used the last of it on the Lay's build when I used this the last time. So these are the colors that if I don't change the grill cloth. So you got the green, red, blue, and the black paisley. So if we were to stay with that, those are the colors for that. Maybe I'll just lay these out on here and we'll get a little B-roll of them. So here's another one here. So this is like a, I don't know if you call this a paisley or not, because I don't really see any. Well, yeah, there is some paisleys in it, but it's got a pattern on it. And I'll show you guys some of the ones I did that have patterns. So when you're using like that handkerchief stuff or this black stuff, the pattern is kind of random. So it really doesn't matter how you get it on an amplifier, because there's no repeating shapes that have to line up or match or look right, but I'll show you that in a second. But this one here actually looks really good. Well, it don't look too bad with the gold and black, but I thought, yeah, right here, the wheat. I thought this looked really good with the wheat, because it does have that wheat color in it. So I thought that looked pretty good. So we could go with the red and wheat. And I think this other one went pretty good with the wheat too, yeah. So this one don't look too bad with the wheat either. And I did a light colored one, and it's already gone and sold, but it was like a blue and white, but it came out real nice. But that don't look too bad with the wheat. So we have two there. And then there's this brown one here. It don't actually look too bad with the wheat either, because the lighter brown in it matches that a little better. But let me, I don't think there's anything gold could really go to. Oh, I forgot I had that blue. I should look at the other materials. There might be a blue one in there. Hold on one second. I didn't know. This is the green that's left over from that job, and I don't have any materials that match that right now. But there is this blue one. Let me look in this closet here real quick. Here, I'll let you guys come with me. So, in here is where I keep all my stash. Now that's way too thick, but that is a blue that would match it. These up here are way too expensive. Again, too thick and too expensive. This is a cheap amp, so, and again, that's way too expensive. So I guess I don't. This is the blue and white one I was telling you guys about. I did that one. It sold away right away. Yeah. So I don't have anything right now that will match that blue one. Bummer, because that's a nice color too. Let me go ahead and set this one out of the way. Yeah, there's that teal one. I like that teal one too. That's a nice looking one. Came out real good on that. So now let's see the gold. That I don't know about that one at all. That don't look too bad with the gold. The gold or the wheat. I don't know. I'll get you guys down here on a B-roll. Let you look at the materials and tell me what you think, because I'd like to get this covered by Friday. So hopefully maybe we could cover this maybe Thursday or something. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So here's the red, and next to the wheat and the gold. And then you got, I don't know, this isn't really a paisley, it's just kind of random pattern. And there it is with the wheat and the gold. Definitely don't go with the gold. Goes with the wheat pretty good. And if we are not going to change the grill cloth, we can use the teal, the red, the blue, or the black. I mean, it won't look bad, but that just, it looks tits when it has a black grill cloth cover on it. So let me know what you guys think. I really want to go ahead and get this project going and show you guys step by step on how to cover these amplifiers. And I'm going to do a couple more. I got a few more that are on the way that we're going to have to recover. I'll be ordering some more grill cloth and on the hunt for materials. Also, you guys were wondering, where do we get materials? Well, I can't remember where I got this one, but this here, this is actually for, not for use for children's sleepwear, but it's for, oh, what do you call it? It's not a furniture store, but it has something to do along the lines like that, like furniture stuff. But most of these materials that I got here in this cabinet, these are all from furniture stores. So, and there's a lot of vintage stuff that I get my hands on and stuff like that. But yeah, it's all usually from, you know, furniture stores and places like that, or places that make curtains and different stuff, you know. So just, you can go to Joann Fabrics and places like that as well, but the material quality is going to not be as nice. Where like stuff that you get at Joann Fabrics and all that, all the designs and stuff are going to be printed on the material, where this stuff here, that is all embroidered in. There is nothing fake about that stuff, like to where this stuff here, this is all printed on. That is just a picture on cloth. So there's a big difference when you're ordering material, and that'll make a big difference between $5 or $10 a yard versus some of these in here I literally bought on sale for $40 and $50 a yard, and they were like $80 and up, you know, but I bought them on clearances, discontinued, stuff like that. So that's how you find materials to do these projects, is just search around. And again, when you're using these thinner materials, you got to use a lighter weight glue. And like I said, we'll be doing a few of these projects, and I'll explain all that as we go along one by one. But Here's one right here that's complete. And the Super 60 is almost done. I'm just going to find another one that I can get a donor chassis out of, rob the parts that I need, and then finish that one off. And then there's the bass amp. I'll roll them back out one day so you guys can get a good look at it. But yeah, most of the ones that I've done are already gone. So until then, guys, let me know what color you guys think we should go with. Take a good look at them again. We got the red paisley. And that would go, I think, in my opinion, really good with the wheat, as well as this one. The gold just doesn't jive. You gotta have something like that that's got a lot of gold in it in order for the gold to work, in my opinion. So I think we just X-nay the gold, in my opinion. And if we're gonna use one of these two, I think it should be with the wheat color here. And if we don't change the grill cloth, we use one of those four. So let me know what you guys think. I want to get going on this and get it covered because I got a lot of stuff to do, and my wife isn't gonna let me come down here and play too much. So I got to take advantage of the time that I got. So until then, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what color you want.